when you're looking at my yard, when you look toward the house, you can see that we have a nice little overhang and patio area, and then another set of patio furniture and an umbrella. I've got a garden back up there by the house and another garden over here. Those are vegetable gardens, and then put a little decoration thing here, and then I've got this flower garden. But I've had this area of my yard that has just been really plain. Okay, don't look at that part right now. But all of this stuff has just been really plain, and it's been problematic because I have big pine trees that put a lot of shade on the yard. And so my gardens, like my vegetable garden there, is in one of the few sunny spots in the yard. So we recently used a bunch of malapai rocks and created this little garden area. It's actually not little, it's kind of big, between two pine trees, and I'm hoping to put in some hosta plants that are shade loving, and they also apparently do well beneath pine trees. So I'm hoping that this is going to work out. So I just loaded a bunch of soil in there today, and then I'm going to see what I can do to make this thing look really pretty and be a nice focal point out here farther in the yard. You can see I've kind of done some things on the fence to add interest to the yard, but I figured that I needed probably another little garden area. And I thought this was just a hopeless cause because it's so shady, but then I was reading about hostas, or hosta is how they're pronounced, that they do really well, not only in shade but below pine trees, and that is not true of a lot of plants. So I'm going to go ahead and make up this garden, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all finished. Well, this is the finished result of all of the plants that I put in here. Of course, it's going to take some time to grow, and so everything will fill in. But I tried to get a variety of textures and colors, as well as ones that will be hardy down to at least zone 4. This first plant here is called a Plantain Lily, and it of course is hardy plant. It's supposed to grow to be about 3 feet high. This one here is also going to be about 3 feet high. It's called an Ostrich Fern. This one's going to be about 20 inches high, so I moved it in front of it, and it's a hosta. It's a Francie. And this is a stained glass hosta. This next one is called a Huchera in creme brulee, followed by a Huchera in coral bells. This is another Huchera that's called Electra. And you can see I've got a lot of Hucheras here. This is berry marmalade. These are all going to be a little bit, like maybe 16 inches high. This one's a shorter one. Called Catlin's Giant, and this is a short one that's a Carpet Bugle Burgundy Glow, and this one is another Huchera called Ravon. And then I have a variegated Periwinkle, and the last one is Tiarella in Pink Skyrocket. So they're gonna all have blossoms at hopefully at different times. I didn't really research that too much. I was just mostly concerned with their cold hardiness, being perennials of course, and the sizes of them. So you can see that this is adding a little bit of interest to a really boring part of my yard. And when I back up a little bit, you can see that it just adds a nice little focal point out in the yard. I'd love to hear what you're doing in your garden, and also how you handle shady areas. Thanks for watching.